This conference will now be recorded.
Written, sir.
Okay. So either the transaction nor the ledger creation that comes in the easy access screen only. So it will be here itself. You don't want to go for SPRO. Now where I will be where I can find out the ledger creation part is in the easy access screen. So here accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, here master records, GL account, individual process. This is centrally. So here you will be creating the ledgers. So now we have created accounting groups. Accounting numbers also we have given. So that accounting numbers is very important to be defined here. So how do I understand that ledger, what ledger to be created under what? So this, see, these are all the ledgers that which we have created already. If I wanted to create my own ledgers, then I will be going for create. So here fs00 centrally, click on create. You need to remember the GL account number. So what do you mean by this account number? So while we are created the chart of account, I have showed you account numbers we create. So the four assets, liabilities and incomes we created. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So in that we gave the account number also. Some 100, something like 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, like that we have given some numbers also. So like this is the assignment I gave you, your chart of account. This account number, how this account number will be represented. Now for the asset, what is the account number I have given?
1,70,000 to 1,79,000 for fixed asset.
Asset, only for the asset which you have copied and saved to your company. So in the beginning I showed for four, no, asset, liabilities and income and revenue. So that might be from 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh or something, right? So that number, now think that now I wanted to create cash account, cash ledger I want to create. So cash comes under which group?
Current asset.
Current asset, in the sense which we have created as an asset one, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that asset, what is the account number we gave?
1,80,000 to 1,89,900 something.
Something we have given. Now this one you need to when you click on create, so what ledger I am creating? So what ledger I'm creating now?
Current asset cash.
Cash. So cash should come under current asset. What is the account number we gave? That account number, first account number, you need to create it. Okay. So here, so here I have a different account number. I'll give 1 lakh one. So company code, write down. So once you enter into this group, you should click on this create button, this white color paper. Then you need to give your account number, GL account number. So what ledger you are creating, based on that ledger you need to give the account number. Okay. So then you give your company code, then green tick. So once you green tick, immediately it will come, means this will show you to create the ledger. So what is the account group? Now what I have created, this 1 lakh one, the which cash ledger I'm creating, that belongs to which group?
Asset.
Asset, means which you have created current asset. So it will be showing you what are all the account groups you are created, it will be showing you. So you should select the asset. Now I minus is asset. This asset belongs to which day, which report?
Balance sheet.
So I should take the balance sheet. So then see if you have not selected the exact account number. Now if I select the expenses, immediately it will give me the error. So means the expenses account number, it shows down 4 lakh to 499. So you cannot select the expenses. So asset I have given balance sheet. What ledger I am creating?
Cash.
So you should give cash. So GL account long text in the sense cash account I give. Okay, so this much you should give for the type and description. Then you need to go for control data. You write down create. After giving on create, give your GL account number, company code, then create. So the description, account group, report, select the report and description. This much you write down and let me know.
Sir, here what does centrally mean, sir?
Centrally in the sense what? Like GL account is the main thing. Create the GL account centrally. These are the exact ledger which you will be using for the transaction.
Okay, sir.
No exact specification and all they have not given. They created the names for those list because for all the modules ledger is required. So they named as a centrally.
So, in order like we want to post our ledger, that means these are the pre-requirements. Like we have to assign all those things, and then only we can create ledger, right?
Huh. Yes, yes, yes. So now whatever we have created, no, if anything one is missed, the ledger will not accept.
And can all these fields be edited, sir?
Yeah, yeah, we can. I'll
Okay,
show
sir.
you.
Okay, sir. Written, sir.
Okay. So after this, click on control data. After clicking on control data, the currency will be selected. So whatever the most of the transaction we do under the only balance in local currency, this should be displayed in the line item. So as I told you, debit and credit of the line item, you should take this line item. So short key is nothing but whenever I do the indicators of that. So there should be a document number based on the fiscal year variant. So you will be selecting the short key. So most of things will be represented under the fiscal year only. So we take 002. After giving this information, credit, create, bank or interest we need to go. So you write down, double click on control data, currency name, then you take this local currency, line item, short key. Then next one. You write down this one and let me know.
Sir, can you explain a little more about short key, what it is, and what are the items under it?
Uh, See, whatever the postings we do, it should be under the local balance itself, local currency. That is INR. So, line
So
item
what?
is,
But
uh,
what if the company is situated in some other country? In that case, we can't use
then
the local.
that time you will not select the India, no. Which place you have created, there you will select a country. When you create a company, that company will be represented with the currency in, correct? So when you are selecting different country, it select a different currency details.
But sir, you told that in a company we can create a number of company code, and also
Mm,
we have defined business areas which is located in a different place. So if we
mm.
can here select only INR, that means only for those I mean companies situated in India, it is okay. Like it will be showing the details in Indian rupees. What about if my branches are in foreign?
See, this software will work internationally. Now, if I create a company with Indian currency symbol, I'll be consolidating the other country within another company code. See, that is the main reason. First time it will ask me 6 code. Later it will ask me only 4 codes. Only when you define company code to company, that when that is been defined, you select a different country. So then consolidate into one. So if I am consolidating, then it will be having a intercurrencies also. So now we to do such process, I require their financial statements to be given. Means complete accounting formats I need to give. So as I told you, while creating the fiscal year variant only, country specific fiscal year variant we are specifying because India. So other if I wanted to specify, I wanted to know their fiscal year variant also. But in real time, what happens? You don't do the anything related to fiscal year variant. All it has been created. This is the main part. What you do, you create the ledger. So based on the requirement, here there are some other information also. These informations we might have given to the different modules. Not only for the fee, it is for other modules also we created. Now, not only if you don't want to use with the local currency, means I also have a different currency to be consolidated, then you don't take this one. If I don't take this one, while doing this postings, what currency I need to specify. So for example, if I do rate of exchange with INR into dollar or INR into euro or INR into yen. So if I do any rate of exchange, then it will accept it. But what I am doing is like I couldn't do some other currency data. So I tick this with to do with the local currency itself. That is INR.
Okay, sir.
Write down this one. Short key in the sense, so this also, see, these shortcuts are all been always already created. What type of postings we do here? So whether do you do the transaction, like if you want to give the numbers, or I wanted to specify the dates, or it should be done with the fiscal year variant. So our document date should be given, or branch account if I have, or local currency amount only should be represented. So for that time I use this short key. So this is not much important for the present ledgers, but we can process by the fiscal year variant only. So that is why whatever the transaction I do, the transaction creates the document number. That document transaction should be within the fiscal year variant. Means if I create 1,000 documents, means 1,000 transaction, that will represent as a document only. 1,000 transaction means like document 1, document 2, document 3 to document 1,000. That is been represented under the fiscal year variant. So for the company, when I create a fiscal year variant, open and closing posting period 19 and 20 or 20 to 21, within that year only the document will be given. So if I'm doing the next fiscal year variant, that will store under the next fiscal year variant only. So I can yearly I can take the reports for date things like that. If I wanted to process this ledger, I give 002. No, let it take a date itself. The date, whatever the date it is processing. If I wanted to check based on the dates or anything, then I will go for document date. But most of the time, standardly, we select this document number of fiscal year, that is 002. Even if you don't select, that is also fine.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, write down and I'll go for the next.
Yes, sir, written.
So then we need to go for create bank or interest. Double click on this. You need to select the field status variant. So we have, I also showed you the field status variant like 40 to 42 field status variant we have, right? This ledger belongs to which kind of type of field. So we need to select. Most of the fee related ledgers means under the fee, what we do is like financial related ledgers we create. Normal operating expenditures or operating incomes, whatever I do, those ledgers I'll create. So all those, most of the ledger will be represented under G001. So here field status variant, we select G001. Only this is most enough for me. After giving this ledger, you need to click on save. Write down this create or bank interest. In that field status variant, you give G001. Then save.
Written, sir.
Save. See, now the cash account has come into this asset group. So like that, once it has been done, then I need to create the income related ledgers. Excuse me. So like this, you need to create the different ledgers based on the groups which you have created. Now, what I need to do is, like, if I wanted to create a based for the expenses, and on the expenses, ledger create ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Same manner, create, click on this create option, GL account number. So for the expenses, I gave 4 lakh. So what expenses ledger I'll be creating now? The 4 lakh, the one expenses has been created. Go create it here. What accounting number you give, that first accounting number you will be giving. So 4 lakh is already taken. See, once the account number is been used to create one ledger, you cannot use the same number, then the continuation. So that is how we gave the from account to account. So from to, so only those many ledgers, like 1 lakh to 1 lakh 99, in the sense only 1 lakh to 199 only I can create the ledgers. Okay, so here 4 lakh 1 and the company code, enter. So here I should select expenses. So if I select anything different group, immediately it will give you the warning. So the group which we have selected has a limit of from 3 lakh to 399. So here I should select expenses. Expenses belongs to profit and loss account. So what expense I will create? Think that rent account, rent. I'm just creating rent account. Rent paid account. In the long text, you can type that full of that account or anything. So then double click on this control data, INR, local currency, line item. See, I'll not use the short key. Now for the process of the basic transaction for practice purposes, it's okay to skip the short key. Now field status variant G001 only we select. So I will show you account payables and account receivables. That time, whenever you create the sundry debtor and sundry creditor ledger, then the field status variant will be changed. So that I show you. So after giving these three information, save. So here it is asking you the warning. Enter short indicator, that is shortened text which we have not selected. So warning, you can skip. Error, it won't possible to skip unless you give the complete information. Now see, if I wanted to create the purchase account, so purchase account is nothing but an expenses only. But what kind of expenses is that? Is like uh, cost account, that is G004. So it takes as a G004 cost accounts for the purchase account. So even if you are creating for the sales also you can select the same thing, G004 only. Okay.
Yes, sir, but we need to create a lot of ledger and it is not possible to create again and again. So, is there any alternate for this? Because we have to deal on everyday basis, like with a number of ledger account. So
Hmm.
every time creation, it is quite difficult. So the alternative for it is.
See, it's not like you want to create every day. Once you created the same ledger you want to, you can use. See, rent account. Every month you pay rent. So every month you want to create rent account ledger. Don't want. Once it is been created, same ledgers only you can use for the transaction. Once it is created, is created. If it
Yes,
is,
sir, but I
ah,
came to know across like in Oracle we have more than 1500 ledger account, which is considered as a normal, I mean, a ledger for everyday activity. So
mm.
in SAP, is it like how we are going to deal with creation of 1500 and more ledger? In this way we have to create, or is there any other thing?
No, this is the manner you create. See, ledgers will be not common for everyone. No, ledgers. See, for example, for purchase account only, I can either create purchase account or either create purchase of goods. anything. The representation of the ledger name can be anything. That is a user defined ledger. So it cannot be defined by the one order. It is not common for everyone. See, some people will write PURC AC account. Some will write purchase account. So it is not like the same. It is not common universally. It is completely different. User defined ledgers, those are. So whenever you create, obviously you want to create it with itself. In Oracle, that is being like, see, that is also want to create. Their technical terms are more than the end user data. Here, end users are the things who control the complete SAP here. A backend user mean technical will help you only for to give the exact date formats, to specify factory calendar, to create the restrictions. So such things will be given from the technical. But when it comes to Oracle, Oracle requires more technical support than the accounting support. So account will be having somewhere 40% and the 60% technical only we require. Here account people only holds almost 60 to 70%. 30 to 40% technical terms will be there will be work. So you need to create ledger based on your transaction, but you will not work all the modules. No, there
Hmm.
are three function modules. You will not work with all three modules. Which module you want to work, only the both those modules you will be working. Say based on the customers and suppliers, if you create, say for example, customers will be looked after by the SDs, sales and distribution. Suppliers details will be added by the purchase, um, who is doing the purchase. They will do means material management modules. So you are a connector between the fee and SD and whatever the receivable they do, you will show. Whatever the payables will have, they will create. So like that, you will be the connector between all the different types of module. That doesn't mean that you need to create everything, but still, so if you have 1,000 ledgers also to be created, this is the method you want to create.
Sir, then one more function, that is LSMW. What is that function used for, sir? Then
LSW, what is
LSMW, that is Legacy System Migration Workbench.
where it is in the SAP here,
Yes, sir.
where
Yes,
I
sir. When I was going through this kind of like account creation, so I just I don't know how they use it, but I got to know that in Oracle that is inbuilt, that is 1500. Those accounts are inbuilt. So to do the same thing in SAP, we follow the method of LSMW, but I don't know how they do and where it is path and other thing. I thought of asking you.
yeah, see, LSW is nothing but like an technical terms only. Means whenever you are migrating the data from one to another, then you use this LSW, LSMW. That is like legacy system migration work branch. It is just a tool, that's it. See, tool you can have, many tools are there like that, to switch from one to another. So to switch the role from one to another. So there are many connectors, tools which comes to the SAP. That's what. Here you have a technical support also. Whenever you wanted to migrate the data, that time you use this LSMW. LSMW is completely different. See what you do, what you can do. No, if you wanted to create the ledgers outside, you create somewhere in the Excel or something. So after creating in the Excel, we can dump into the ledgers. So this is how will be represented. So LSMW can be done, but that is some has some technical terms in that. It is a tool, and it is not a SAP system. It is a non-SAP system. Understood? Understood? Am I audible?
So, sir, could you give, teach us also that part later on, sir?
Details. We can't do LSW. That is a tool. We require that tool to do in a real-time integration. See, if you are working into the industry and all, maybe that technical term, if you know, technically, if you learn that as ABAP programming and all, if you learn, you will come to have an idea about LSW tool. But not exactly, we couldn't do without the technical ideas to do that LSW. And it is a tool we cannot use directly. And if I am using that LSW tool, I require a licensed, complete licensed version. So what we are using is a licensed only. We already paid nearly 2,50,000 for this. Here, end user means we are the one using the SAP. Technical terms, we take the freelancing persons. We don't have anyone who exactly into this technical things and all. So there are the people who do the technical in NICT, but still to such tools and all is huge again. It cannot be migrated because we are doing for the practice purposes, means teaching purposes. You should require a real-time integration level to do those things and all.
Okay, so as
I
of now, we have to just create whatever is required and proceed the same
mm,
way.
yes,
Okay, sir.
yes. And mainly the tool that is being used for ANA, not for ECC.
Oh, that is, I was having incomplete information, sir. So, thank you so much, sir.
No worries, no worries, no worries. You can ask any such kind of question. Even if I don't know, also I will also come to know anything. If I don't know, I'll try to get the information about and I'll share you. But mainly these things, this tool is used for ANA, uh, for customers, but they have the risk again here. The tools is like completely out of the SAP. It is a some other source tool which we are using here. So there is a chances of losing the data also. When the migration happens, there is a chances of losing the data. Mainly this is used, why no? See, for example, even mobile only you take. Now you have Android or iOS.
Android.
Android. Now I wanted to transfer the data from Android to iOS. What do you do? Is it possible directly to transfer?
No.
No. Then what you do? But I want to transfer. I can, right?
Yes, you can.
So what you do?
I don't know.
Anybody else can say? Okay. So you use a third party tool. Say for example, share it or anywhere share. So there are so many third party share. No, nowadays you have this like mobile itself, inbuilt mobile only they are giving nearby share it or anything. But still, if it is not supporting, means Android to Android, you can use this nearby and all. But when it comes to the iOS and the Android, there are a lot of software problem within this too. So to do that kind of transaction from Android to iOS or iOS to Android, we require some third party tool. That third party tool is nothing but like LSMW here.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. So mainly it is also used for IT purposes. Whenever you wanted to access the data from one place to another, then you use this LSMW tool.
Yes, sir.
Ah, anything else?
No, sir.
I'll try to get the notes or anything for this and I'll try to share you before the class ends. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Ah. So now you all understood how to create the ledgers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about others? Ashika, Sri Lakshmi, Dolly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, this is how you need to create the ledger. Now you create the ledger for both expenses and incomes. For the cash ledgers also you can create. So whenever you are selecting that expenses part, you select this cost account. So the expenses level, you select the cost accounts, that is G004. So the most of the things you do it for the G001 only. So now you create 10 to 10. Whenever you wanted to represent income, that income will be represented under G029. That is revenue account G029. So if I want to represent this into the income, then you show it as G029, expenses cost account, and other thing ledgers which if you are doing, you can do for under the general ledgers only. Okay, understood. Okay, so now you create all the ledgers and share that screen, means share the information whatever that you are doing. So every assets, these four things: asset, expenses, incomes, and liabilities. These four you need to create at least 10 ledgers for individually. Okay, 10 ledgers you create for all these four. Now, everyone. Okay. So you all started.
So,
Hmm.
the general account number should be according to whatever is given in the assignment.
That account number.
Yes, like for asset,
Yes.
when we had 1,80,000, it's not correct.
Then you have not created under your company code. So you should check whether it is created or not. See, as so whenever you are going to create, no, you need to also check whether it has been determined or not. If that is not determined, then it will not possible to show. Say for example, so here, what account number is there? This account number is very important. So I have selected this asset, expenses, income and copied, and I changed the only company code. That's it. That is my chart of account. But for you, I have told you to create your own. So either you select that which has been created. So which is created, there on the account number has been represented. So here, like for example, current asset 18 1,80,000 to 1,80,999. So like that, if you have liabilities. So if the liabilities is not created, you create a liabilities. So if the income is not created, you create an income. Or if it is not created with the expenses, you create expenses. So or else you just select which is already created, this expenses sets income, then copy as, change the code into your chart of account and save. Then you do the ledger creation.
Okay, sir.
So now everyone do those ledger creations. So you have any desk, Monica?
No, sir, I'm not able to download. It's some technical issues in my laptop.
Okay. See, you are not
Sir, can
possible
you?
to get that
Mm,
link. Uh,
no, sir. What was the field status group for liability, sir?
you can create your own field status variant for liability. You can select G001 only.
Okay, sir.
See, how do you download this AnyDesk is you go for AnyDesk download. If you are a Mac, you can select Mac or you can select Windows. So here, this the first one only you can select, or there will be a star will be given ratings. So that also you can select the in this to anything. Here you click on download. Latest version is 6.3.2. On download. So here it is showing you download. Just click on that. It will load you the exe file, extracted file here. Then just click on that extract file. It will load. So I have
Okay, sir. I'll
already
keep
there.
it. Yes, sir. I'll keep
Sorry.
it ready for tomorrow. I'll keep it ready for tomorrow's class, sir.
Okay. You try to download now. No. Others are also doing. You will just simply.
Yes, meanwhile, I'll try, sir. Maybe I'm having unstable this network also. That's why it's not getting, but I'll try again.
Okay, okay. Try it again. If it is loaded, you just tell me the number. No, I should tell my number to use my laptop screen. I'll share this number to you and you just give me the connect. I will accept. So you can use the SAP software of mine only.
Okay, sir.
You are using the internet, what? It is broadband or mobile hotspot?
Broadband only, sir.
Okay, broadband in the sense it will be faster. You do and let me know.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, tell me.
Sir, if we've already created this asset account, no, sir,
Mm,
under
yeah,
general
if
ledger.
you have
So
already created, you just direct. uh,
how to create under that? How to create the other items?
Means other ledgers you want to create.
Other ledgers under assets, for example.
See there, you click on this create option. Here you give the account number of your asset. So now if you have
Okay.
created one ledger with the name of like 1 lakh, if think that 1 lakh is a asset number, account number.
Okay.
If that is
Yes.
been created, then you select the next one, 1 lakh 1, the next 1 lakh 2, 1 lakh 3. So like that you will be selecting the account numbers.
Okay.
So
Okay,
company
sir.
code will be same. Ledger name you give in the description.
Okay, sir.
You all doing? Only you both. What happened to others? They left. Signal problem.
I'm not able to get it, sir.
What is happening?
Like, I can't assign the general account number when I give it, like I set
Mm-hmm.
value or not. It's not coming. It shows this data is not valid. I'll send in what.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I have sent.
Yeah. I have not yet received. Well, I'll see.
Okay, sir.
No, I have not yet received.
I'll send once more, sir.
Yeah.
What did you receive now, sir?
Yeah. It's loading.
Okay.
Statement account is defined in the chart. So in chart of account, you have not created that, I think so.
In the image which I've sent, it's like I've done a set 1 lakh.
Okay, 1 second. You give 1 lakh only. If you go for create, no.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you create, you type 1 lakh only. 1 lakh. Then you
Okay.
type the company code and tick this one.
I did that pretty so. For me, it's not coming as set expenses, income, liabilities are not showing.
No PMCC one statement account type is defined in the chart of account. So maybe chart of account problem or something. 1 second. Once you check there, it is there, right? This is which you have created. It is showing, no, that account group.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So if it is not taking, you try with a different chart of accounts, or else you create one more chart of account as an account with a different number, or you delete that one. That account you delete it and you create one more.
Okay, so how to delete, sir?
Same manner, go for the account group, select that account group asset one. In the edit, you will have delete option.
Okay, sir.
Or there only bin option is there here in the top. So select that and click on bin.
In charts of accounts, sir, the entire chart of
And
accounts.
no, only asset one. Asset one you delete and again you create.
Okay, okay, sir.
How about you, Monica? Monica left the meeting. Why other three have left? Why, Monica? Your system has a problem or network has a
Excuse me, sir.
yes, sir. Your network has a problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not able to download it set for now.
Uh,
And last class I did not join. So meanwhile, can you again explain me the GST portion? And from tomorrow, I'll keep it ready so that I can get the access and work accordingly.
yeah, sure. See,
Yes, sir.
GST configuration is nothing but here the tax procedure. Once you create a company and you do all the other related things, immediately tax procedure also will be created. We don't want to create it. So only that we need to configure that tax procedure into the GST configuration. So now what we do is like we will be creating 1 second, 2 minutes. So first what we need to do is like we need to create the procedure level. So after the procedure, I need to go to the next level of the GST, that is assignment tax procedure to the country. First, you need to do the defined tax calculation procedure for the GST. There are two codes, one is OBYZ and one is OBQ3. So OBYZ is like for the transaction code for procedure, so which directly takes there, or to go from the order you will use OBYZ. Okay. So directly to go OBY3, I can click, immediately it takes you to the procedure there. So you can create the procedure. So the procedure which we will be doing is tax IN. That tax IN I need to copy. Then I need to change it into GST IN. That is GST India. Q3. So here directly it took me to the procedure. Here you find it out. Go for position, tax IN, Indian procedure you have IND or IN. Select this one, copy as, change this into GST. So tax I India, change it into GST IN D or IN. This tax procedure you change it as GST and save. So here I already did that part, means I couldn't take again as a GST. So what you need to do is like tax IND you need to select, then you change it as a GST. Okay. No, I don't have. I'll change that. So copy as, change this into GST, tax procedure, change that as GST India, then enter, copy all. So save. Now the GST IN is been copied. Now what you need to do is like you, after creating, I need to assign that to my India, means company code of India, I should assign it. So if I use OBYZ, so here you directly click the procedure. So if you click the procedure, it will open. So here you will create it. So directly if you want to come to the procedure OBQ3, you can. Now after creating that, so you need to assign it, assign tax calculation procedure to the country, that is OBBG. So here what you need to do is like you need to click on OBBG. So I also show you condition type and access sequence. OBBG. Here position IN. So India has tax US. Then I will give my tax procedure, that is GST IND. Then save. That's it. So under the India, I need to give the tax procedure of IND. So save. After this, come back. After that, I need to create the GST details. This intrastate, interstate GST details. That is how we create the condition type and access sequence. So after creating this, I need to define the conditional type. So your conditional type, this is the 6 different types of conditional type we will be creating. So 3 is for input, 3 is for output. So taxes is CGST, SGST and IGST. Input is nothing but like purchase, output is nothing but like a sales, what I do. So that related tax condition I need to create. So here what you do, OBQ1 is a T code. So here tax procedure will open. Click on new entries. Condition type you give. So condition type in your system, the names are been not created. You can create this name itself. ADIC or your company code, first two code IC you can represent as input. So I'll be creating the same ADIC input CGST. So access sequence I need to create. So before this define type, I need to have an access sequence. That access sequence is nothing but a ZGST or tax GST. Here I'll select IN. So Indian tax details I'll select. Then condition type. So what is my condition? This is a tax. So I should select D. D is nothing but a tax. So calculation type. So this will be represented based on the percentage. So that is A. Again that condition category is nothing but D. D is nothing but tax. So after this, what are all the things you will allow for an item condition, amount and percentage and the value. So these details you will add, then save. Same manner, you need to create all the other GST details. You're understanding?
Yes, sir, I'm able to understand.
So after this, if you have not written, you can take the picture or you can write it down.
I have the screenshot, sir.
Okay. So the next which we will be doing is the account key. So account key is representing the tax names. So tax ledgers which we are going to create it. Now what you need to do is like you need to create all these details. Again input and output, three different types of tax details you will be creating. So that we call it as a procedure of accounting, account key. Now the T code of this is OBCN. So new entry, process. So what is the process is nothing but the name of your account key. So this also you can give your own code. This has been not created in your system, so you can use the same itself, GIC. So GIC description input GST. So tax type, whether this is input tax or output tax. So this is the input tax. So you will be selecting 2. That is input tax. So after you are selecting posting indicator, you should represent. So this also should have in the separate line item. The tax should represent in a different line item. So again you will select 2. What if I create output? Then you should select in the tax type is 1. So if you have any cess or anything additional taxation, then you select 3. After this, save. But for the output tax also, posting indicators will be 2 only. Tax type only changes as 1 for output. So for everything we select the posting indicators as a 2 because it should be separate line item. Should not consolidate into any amount, any value. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the tax details you will be creating. Any doubts?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
So here we also want to create an access sequence. So access sequence before the condition type or account key you need to create it. So what is the T code we will be using for the access key, in the sense for the procedure what we use. So OBYZ. So before the OBQ3 you will be using OBYZ. There only you will have that procedure. OBYZ. Here you click on access sequence. So here you select the sales tax or J tax. These both are Indian taxes only. We can change the system. After selecting that, copy as, change it into GST. ZGST. India GST access. Then save. So copy all the data. Okay, so all the taxes details will be copied. Select it and double click on the access. It will show, and also field. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Uh, yes, Ashika, it's not coming still.
No, sir. For me, it's not even showing assets, liabilities, or anything.
Okay, you say me your GS, sorry, what is this? Any desk number?
How is it, sir?
Same manner. Last time you have opened and saw no.
No, it wasn't me. It was Shruti.
It was true. Do you have the any desk?
No, sir.
Okay. How to access your screen, and I should check. I should see what is happening there.
There is a help box which they have mentioned. Will I send the picture of that, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The chart of account is not supporting. Can you download the AnyDesk? Max it takes 5 to 3 minutes.
I don't know if I can download this.
Yeah,
This is like external hardware connection, sir. So,
okay. Means some step you are missing there. That is the main reason it's not taking.
okay. So shall I try again from the beginning, like from the creation of those accounts?
Yeah, try it out. So try to create again one more ledger. Nothing it is selecting, none or it is selecting. See,
No, sir.
company you should give correctly. So once you give the account number, company code
I'm
should
not,
be
I'm not getting that. Like in the screen now, it's mentioned assets, expenses. No, I'm not getting it that.
okay. Means here it is not showing you while you create it. It will show this dialog box. It's not showing you this dialog box.
Over there, it's showing, sir. But when I mention company code and for asset, it is like 3 dash. So when I
Okay,
recreate,
okay. Now what you do, you give the account number. You give the exact company code, MCC1, whatever that company you have created, no? Same company code you give, then the account number you give and press enter. We'll see.
okay.
Why other two left?
It's showing the same, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Hmm, either you give the access to your screen. I should check what is happening. By seeing this, something it is showing. So if you give the access of your screen, I can try to figure it out.
Okay. So can I also do it tomorrow then, sir? I'll
Yeah,
download
yeah,
something.
sure. Do that.
Uh, what should I
So
download?
any desk,
Okay, sir.
even if you try now is also fine. Max 5 2 minutes it takes.
I will try. If I download it, I'll tell.
Yeah, sure. So anything else you have doubt, Monica? Why other two have left? Shruti and Dolly. Can anyone check it out? Why they left or the signal problem?
So Dolly has network issues, she said.
Okay, how about Shruti?
Shruti didn't join from the beginning itself. Sri Lakshmi, I don't know, sir.
Sri Lakshmi. Yeah, how about her?
I don't know, sir.
Do you have anything doubt, Monica?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
So these are all very important topics. You should practice it all. Then we will be doing account receivable and account payables. After that transaction, I'll show postings. The next we do is account payables. This one I'll do tomorrow. Any T code or anything if you want to ask, you can ask me any doubts.
So
I'll
I
try
have
to
sent.
clear.
So I have sent in group. Is it the same?
Ah, yes, yes, same.
Uh, Now what
Right?
should I do?
Mm, I'll type your number. Accept that. Mm, Where is the software? GL account number it is taking 3299. What is you open that account group? Type the T code. Why you will go simply path.
I'll go by password because I.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
I open some.
Okay, that account number is 3,20,000.
20.
Okay. Have you assigned this to the chart of account?
Yes, sir.
Why city chart of account? Don't give the city chart of account. City chart of account is a consolidation. If I'm doing two business at a time, I'll specify.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See, you have not defined the P&L statement only. Retained earnings you have not defined. No, you should define this retained as well.
But only if there's retail earnings, no, so we have to do.
Yeah, I thought you're right. X
Yes, but in those list of accounts, it was not. So we didn't mention.
retained earnings also should be there. So that's why every single step is being connected here. Any one has been missed will not process.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is asset. So if I select any others, it will give you a warning. So this is for asset only. P&L and this is asset, no, it is balance sheet and that particular ledger. So
Cash.
every you should specify. Then
Okay,
anything missed also it will not come.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any doubts? Any doubts? You all understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, um, until you have a software, Monica, you try to download this AnyDesk. From tomorrow, you access from the AnyDesk to AnyDesk only. So you will also have a practice. You will also have time to practice it unless you get software. Okay. Okay. Fine then. So we will again meet on tomorrow. The class will be as usual regularly 3 to 5. Any doubts now? Charumati?
No, sir.
How about you, Ashika? So thank you so much. So we'll again have a class on tomorrow. Tell your friends to sit somewhere in the where you get exact network prop. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.